Hello Darts Nutz and welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm reviewing a set of darts from a new brand called Cinege. It's fairly new. I think they started in about the end of 2017, but I think it's from an Hungarian dart shop and they've created their own brand. So it's an Hungarian company. As you can see, it's called Cinege, and in English that means tit, but not that kind of tit, you dirty-minded bugger.
You dirty old man.
If you look, it's got a logo which is a bird, so it's like a blue tit, cold tit, yellow tit, that sort of thing. Strange name for a dart light, but there you go. And if you look on the back, it's got like feathers, so there's obviously a bird theme. Maybe the owner's a bird watcher, I don't know. But this is their latest model, and this is the Vigilante. It's probably not a dart for me as a front gripper because it's got quite a long front taper and the grip is mostly in the middle in the rear, but it looks really nice. And they've got quite a lot of models out now, reasonably priced as well. So I'll put the link up in the description to the Cinege website and also the Hungarian shop where I think it started from, and you can check them out for yourself. So let's check them out. So as I said, this is the Cinege Vigilante, 22 gram, 90% tungsten, and the retail for 49.9 euros, which is around about £45. So as you can see, the darts come in this cardboard pack with a little window, and like I said, it's got some little pictures of feathers and obviously the logo of the bird. And inside you've got a plastic case, and on the case it says made in England. So I'm wondering if Harrow's Darts have made these, because it's very similar to their packaging. And the darts are fitted into a little point protector, and they come supplied with some short nylon stems and these small standard Cinege flights. So as you can see, it's fitted with a fairly long black coated point, and it's got a very long taper, but that nose is perfectly smooth to the barrel. Perfect transition there. And like I said, it's probably not one for me as a front gripper because I'm not really a big fan of long tapers, but for front grippers that are not completely at the front, you may be fine with that little bit of ring grip there. But I would say mid and rear grippers you're well catered for. Mid grippers you've got that kind of a scallop section there, and obviously for rear grippers there's plenty of grip on the rear. Really nice looking dart though. It's got a very elegant shape, and I would say on the grippy sections that's around about medium. The scallop itself kind of acts like a grip, so again probably medium. And on the rear it's a double thin ring grip with fairly wide grooves, so probably just almost verging onto high medium. But do like the look of them, but I don't think they're going to suit me as a front gripper, but may be surprised yet. And there you've got the Cinege Force short nylon stems and the Cinege small standard flights. That's fit with a black coated 31mm point. It's got a long tapered front section which is smooth, that's 18mm. Then you've got a small section of thin ring and groove grip of 5.9mm. Around the middle you've got this scalloped shaped section of 9mm, and then on the rear It's got a double thin ring grip with fairly wide curved grooves. That's 16.9mm, and then on the end of the barrel it's got micro grip, which is 2.2mm. Length is 52mm, width is 7.2mm. 22.08 grams. 22.08 grams again. And 22.08, so perfectly matched, and full setup is 23.66 grams. With nothing attached, the balance is slightly front of centre, and with the supplied setup it moves slightly behind, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. As you can see, it's a bit of a mixture. The middle section is kind of like medium level, and then the rear gets a little bit more towards high level. So overall I'd probably say it's around about 6, but obviously 7 is the grippiest part. I was pulling a face because the dart was, I don't know, it just went a bit weird when I let go of it. Definitely not a dart for me as a front gripper. I don't know, maybe some front grippers like a long thin taper, but it feels like I'm just holding a long thin point. I'm gripping it right there, so it's on the nose of the barrel, so obviously that's why it's so thin, but it kind of reminds me of those Robert Wagner darts that I did years ago. Although they were quite fun to play with, but it was more the fact that they were unique that I enjoyed playing with them. This kind of has that same sort of feel, but it's just not, I don't know, it's just not flying quite right when I'm letting go of it. It's kind of spiraling, but I wasn't expecting it to suit me anyway, because it looks as if it's more for mid to rear grippers, but I'll try it one throw from that. We'll call that the middle, even though it's not the middle. So the bit where them rings are, just in front of the scallop. I guess you could say it's almost front grip, but it's probably closer to middle. So if you're going to grip there, then yeah, you might like it. But I'll try it fully on the scallop now. I think that's definitely where the sweet spot is for balance, but obviously with the scallop you got to make sure you get a clean release. It's a great looking dart though. Yeah, so it does fly quite nice from the scallop section. So if you want a dart where you can immediately locate your grip with the scallop, then you'll be happy with that. But it's got that grip on the rear, so I'm assuming it's going to work for rear grippers as well. Well, so far I'm doing better from the middle and the rear than I was from the front. Yes, if that's where your natural grip is, on the scallop or the rear, then it flies quite nice. It's a really nicely made dart though. It's nice to see more dart companies in other countries. Is that the third one? Let's check out the ratings. It's quite an elegant looking dart, so I'm going to give it 8, and grip this part is 7, but it's a mixture elsewhere, so 6.5 overall. Weight match was perfect, quality very nice, couldn't see nothing wrong, and value, it's not too crazily priced at £45, so 7.5. So that's the Cinege Vigilante, and I threw that last one from the scallop again, and I probably have to say that I'm not a big fan of scallops. I often find them comfortable, but I always seem to have struggle releasing the dart from them, mainly because I got stiff fingers from injuries. But I would say these are probably the best scallop ones I've ever tried, especially considering that's in the middle, which isn't my normal grip. It just seemed to fly quite nice from there, and from the rear as well, very nice. If you're a front or mid gripper, you might get away from the rings on there, but if you like to grip the nose of the barrel, it wasn't for me. It just doesn't feel right gripping it there where it's so thin. But if you like a thin dart, you might like it, but not for me. But I would say middle and rear grippers are going to get the best from it. Really nice looking dart, nicely machined, and like I said, it's nice to see some darts from a new company. So that's the end of the review. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. Stick around for the gallery, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy darting.